welcome guys, welcome to today's special stream. Yes, I have bought the new Hansi Flick. As you can see there, I did have the 1,500 coins, so I have unpacked the Hansi Flick. It is link up play. We're gonna go over all the details. I'm gonna build all the players on this live stream. We're gonna go through each one of them. I'm gonna put them in action, and I will let you guys decide. Do you think it's worth it? I will give you my personal feedback. I'm gonna do full builds, special skills, the what do you call this? The recommended boosters. They all come with boosters. Right off the bat, it does look good, guys. For a free to play, like, you know, you can save up 105,000 coins and you can get this done. Oh, anyways, we'll get into more details. I love saying hi to the chat first, so let me say hi to the chat first. Hey, David St. David, thank you for being on the chance. Here we go, chat. Fireflame is in the house. Thank you. Make sure you give your GGs to St. David for the 99 super chat. We're getting off to a pretty good start here. And Elam is in the house. Big W, David. Yes, thank you for the... Are you happy with the pack, bro? I think I am. I think I am. I did get it already. I did not build them on purpose, except I could not wait on Joan Garcia. So there's gonna be a lot of nerdy shit going down. So I already have Hansi Flick installed. There was the old Hansi Flick, came with 88 possession, 75 quick counter, +1 on speed, +1 on low pass. The new Hansi Flick right here has 89 possession, 88 quick counter, +1 on pass, +1 on dribbling. Now I did test out the new Hansi Flick manager. Works very nicely, especially on possession. I'm not that great at quick counter, so it did feel like I felt like pretty dominant in my gameplay as a possession player. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna create a brand new tactic. Let's delete this one because I don't really play the out wide. So I'm gonna delete this one. We're gonna make a duplicate of my main. We're gonna call it... At the end of this video, I'm gonna do, for the first time ever, a recording for the actual review and builds for the offline people. So we're gonna do this together. You will see them in action. There will be gameplay today, but today's all about building them, you know, putting them in action, testing them. Are they worth it? Are they not worth it? I like what I'm seeing, but I gotta put it to the test. You know, you gotta get your hands dirty, man. Gotta get your hands dirty, and I cannot sell you or give you an opinion unless I build them and play them, and then I'll let you know is it worth it or not. Because we'll call it Flick 3D, because it is a 3D. You will see 3D Hansi Flick in 3D, and it does have link up play, which we're gonna you'll see what I'm gonna do. Flick 3D. That's what we're gonna call it. So now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna bring over the main squad, right? So as I said, I couldn't wait to build Joan Garcia. This is how I built him, but so far you can see it right there. But we'll do builds at the end. First, we're gonna go through each one of them. I'm gonna replace all of my players with the players we got in the pack. And we're gonna put Pau Kubarsi. Pau Kubarsi looks really good. Let me Yamal. Stick over here. I'm gonna put him here. I have not built them. We're gonna do that on this stream. Once I'm done building them, I'm gonna do a little live tutorial. I'm gonna actually record it for the first time. I know a lot of guys, this new Pedri is box to box. Rashford scored last night. Oh yeah, by the way, GG's to all the Barca fans, including me. What a game, right? Cliffhanger. What a game, man. Visca Barca, man. You see Rashford. This is a weird Rashford card though. I will say that. Why is it weird? Because they gave him cross specialist, and you see his finishing is only 73. That's okay. It's okay. We can work it out. Now, most likely, I will use my sub tactic, a Hansi Flick 4-2-1-3. Actually, you know what? for the purpose of this video, let's change to a 4-2 to a Hansi Flick 4-2-3-1. Okay, for the purpose of this video. Hold on, and we will test both possession, and on the sub tactic we will play quick counter, so we can test both. Now we got to put everybody in the right place. With the creative playmaker, you're going to be able to connect with the whole players. Last night, 2 hours ago. In the UK. Guys, please make sure, help me grow this channel. Don't forget to drop a like now that you're all here. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's going to be very educational for me and for you. That Koundé also looks very good, and it is a defensive fullback, which are pretty meta. Freaky De Jong. And Rafinha, the whole player. Now, this I do not enjoy because you have to pick one or the other. Now, what's missing here is a whole player striker. I don't know if the new Lewandowski, by the way, they have dropped a lot of Barca content. There will be a free Lewandowski card available if you just do the missions. And there will be a Fermin Lopez card, which I might unlock today. Actually, let's go ahead and claim this. And there's going to be... Let's see if we can get a whole player. If not, we'll bring in one of the legend whole players. Let's claim all this shit. The problem is... Here's the problem with this. This is what I don't like about this pack. Well, Rafinha is a whole player. So these two will link up. You have the creative playmaker and you have the whole player Rafinha. So, okay. So we'll do that. You can also link up Lamine Yamal with Rafinha. So let's go ahead and activate link and play. So you're going to need a creative, a whole player, which is Rafinha. You're also going to need a creative playmaker for this to work. You can see it right there. You have your attacking midfielder, creative playmaker, Dani Olmo, and you have your whole player, LMF, Rafinha. Okay? So that's where we're going to activate the link up play. We're also going to put that on quick counter. Now, on quick counter, just for fun, let's actually select... Oh, you cannot select... I thought Lamine Yamal was a... Okay, hold on. I thought, okay, it has to be an attacking midfield. That's why... Okay. Because Lamine Yamal is a creative playmaker, but they must be an attacking midfielder, creative playmaker. It's in the Match Pass tier 40. Yeah, so you can't get it this week. We are lacking a striker. We could play Rashford as a striker for now, for fun. He does come with it, so we could start with the starting 11 like this. But there is more good news. There's no more cards. Let's see. Let's get a couple of them. So there will be. I will be spinning to get. I don't know if I'll do it on this live stream, but we will be getting a Fermin Lopez. Maybe we'll get him now. No, we did not. Okay. So what this is, you got to spin 3 more times. We'll spin 1 more. Slots are full. Jesus Christ. After you spin 4 times, you get a nominating contract, and then you can get Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez is in that pack, but we're gonna have to get rid of players because I didn't know we had that many. 800. Fuck. Gotta let go of a lot. And it's 500,000. We're gonna need the 500,000. Hold on. Fuck. There's a problem. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm gonna have to use up the GP, guys. Fuck. It's a lot. Oh well, whatever. Let's just get it over with. Whatever. Okay, now let's spin again. After you spin 4 times, we now have 3. You can pick if we don't get Fermin Lopez. So let's spin again here. Though there's gonna be 2 more spins. Basically, you know, you do get 100 coins free a week, and on the daily penalty, I'm about to get 100. So it is possible to only spend $1 to guarantee yourself to get Fermin Lopez. I don't like this idea that much because you do have to spend at least $3 or $2. I'm pretty sure we can unlock one more spin with an event that I am gonna unlock. See here, let me show you. After 4 spins, you can pick one of these guys. I am obviously gonna pick Fermin Lopez, whole player. He looks amazing, got great stats. That's what I'm gonna go for. We're gonna do it in this one, but we do have to unlock one more spin for free. So I only have to spend $1 on this. We gotta spin 2 more times right here. See, it says 2 remaining. That's how you get a guaranteed Fermin Lopez. But we're going to play an event to unlock 1 more spin there. We also have 2 spins available for 2 chance deals here. So let's see what 2 players we get right here. There is Fermin Lopez here available too. So it looks like we got... Who's that? I think it's Gavi, right? Yeah, we did get Gavi. That's good because he's not in our pack. So we'll bring in Gavi. So we got Gavi and we got Christensen. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and put those 2 players into the pack. Now, if you do play this here, the missions, and you do the 900 million download campaign, you know, I'm already on level 11. By the time it is the 24th of September, they will unlock the 2nd round. After you complete all of this, you will eventually unlock all the 4 free Barca players and a Showtime version of Robert Lewandowski. So today we're not going to have Robert Lewandowski, but we could bring him in. I do have a Showtime version of Robert Lewandowski, so we could bring him in. But let's go ahead and bring in the 2 players we just got, which is Gavi. And I don't know. We'll put him for a whole player I'm pretty sure they gave Gavi whole player. Hold on. Yeah, they gave him a whole player. So we could play Gavi on this side. Hopefully he comes with LMF. He does not. That's super stupid, man. Very stupid that they don't bring LMF with him. It's pathetic. I don't think we're going to get LMF. Left wing forward, a duplicate. Of course, just waste all my hard work. Of course, two duplicates in a row. That is the worst thing about Konami. All the hard work that you put in for them to just waste all that time you spend unlocking. That's pathetic, man. Konami, you fucking suck, man. You fucking suck, man. 2 duplicates of the same position. And how did you not give Gavi LMF when he's a whole player, knowing you released the pack? Because we cannot play him here as a whole player or here as a LMF because he doesn't have it. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. All right, we're going to stop crying. We're going to put in Christensen. And we do have the new Bark Bernal. And let's see who else was available. I'm like 200 coins short. I just need to do the event Striker Arena. Yeah, we might do the events for Striker Arena so we can unlock the other Barca players that are left available. There are a couple of more Barca players. 2 more left here, which are Ferran Torres, I can see, and it's a Fermin Lopez and Ferran Torres are still available. All right, so we're gonna focus more on the pack players than, you know, like the Gavi player. So we're not gonna worry too much about Gavi. We're gonna worry more about this starting 11. I do have the here. I do want to bring in Lewandowski. So let's bring in whatever. Where are you, Lou? This Showtime Lewandowski. Okay. And we might play him here so we can use Rashford as a cross specialist just to test out Rashford later. But for now, let's start him out. So we start with the starting 11. All right. Yeah, Rivaldo looks good, guys. But I'm not going to be spinning because I'm out of coins, as you can see. And we're going to be playing some events to get more spins. But Rivaldo does look good. He is available in the special. He's got a special skill. I don't really rate the new skill, the low screamer. But that's a good card. Whole player. AMF, LMF already comes. He would be great for this link-up play. Anyways, so I did notice that Hansi Flick, for me at least, does play better on possession than quick counter. But I am a possession player more than a quick counter player, so that might be it. So I think we're ready, and we can start build them. So I'm going to build them real quick, and then we're going to play them. And then we're going to see if I need to do any adjustments, and then I'll like shoot whatchamacallit. Here, let's have them play to their positions. A tutorial. RMF, LMF. We're going to play everybody to their natural. We're going to put no individual instructions, and then we're going to review them to see how they play. All right, who do you guys want me to start with? Let me know in the chat. Lou. How good was that second goal from Rashford, guys? Wasn't that crazy? Guys, make sure you drop a like. We have a lot of people watching. Let me know who do you want me to build first. We're going to build the... Yeah, we're trying... Welcome to the stream, 7G. We're going to build all the players, how I like to build them. Then we're going to test them. And then I'm going to recalibrate. Once I recalibrate, I do have 36 boosters. And we'll apply those 36 boosters I have. And hopefully we'll get the right boosters. And, some of them we'll get, some of them we won't get. But at least they will all get boosters today. And then we will play them. And then I'll recalibrate them. And then I'll give you guys my recommended build. And then I'll ask you guys, is it worth it? As somebody who uses a team, this is my main squad. I'm going to let you guys know how different does it feel to use these players versus... No. Hold on. Versus these players. Okay? I'm going to give you my honest review. Where's Gabi? Gabi's on the bench. We have Gabi right here. We will build him too. But you got to get Gavi from a different pack. He doesn't come in the Hansi Flick pack. All right. Did I miss anybody? No? Yeah, we will add the random boosters. Let's see. I'm confused about the booster shot for about boosters. The booster slot. Here. You just go here. Booster crafting. And you just add either, if you have a, I don't have enough, you need a 100 for a selective one. Or you just use, you could see there on the upper right hand corner, I have 36 random ones. We will give them the 36 random ones. And then I'll tell you what I recommend after we build them. We'll do that last. Okay. So David says to do a Danny Olmo first. So we'll do Danny Olmo first. Let's start. Yes. Okay. Off the riff. He looks good. I like the 71% engagement. I like that he's gonna have the dribbling. Physical contact will get to 70. And his he already comes with one-touch pass, through passing, pit-boy crossing, outside curler, super sub, soul control, double touch. Very good. One-time shot. This is a good card. He is the creative playmaker that will activate the link-up play. Okay, so let's start with Danny Olmo. I do have a shitload, so I will be able to construct all these guys with no problem. There you go. All right, so we got Danny Olmo first. Now, the first thing I like to do is just take a look at their recommended build. This is the recommended build. They got 90 acceleration, 83. Now, remember, creative playmakers, you don't need them to be that fast. You need them to be agile and pass. The recommended is not too bad. Now let's take a look at what would I change. 12 in the dribbling. You don't. I would go to 95 dribbling. So we could take one off there. Everything else meets the criteria. Now, he is a creative playmaker. His finishing is 83. So I would pump. I would like to get 90 low pass. They didn't put anything there. Okay, so let's just create it my way, because this kind of confuses me. Let me reset it. The first thing I'm worried about is getting at least 70, especially if you're competing in, you know, Division 2 or Division 1. Gonna need the 70 physical contact at least, so I am willing to do that. The next thing I'm worried about is getting his passing to 90 as a creative playmaker. So I would probably give him a booster crafting. Like my strategy is always not to go over 8 if it's not a defender. The shooting as a creative playmaker, you want to try to get it to 85 because he's close enough without investing too much. God, I fucked it up. There's 3 here, 8 here. Let's see if we could put 85 finishing would be a nice threshold in my opinion. All right, so that's 85 finishings, 83 curl. Now the passing is very important, but I'd rather get it through a booster. So I don't like to go over 8 on people that are midfielders, forwards, defending midfielders. It's just the rule I have. But guys, I play possession for 5 years. This is, you know, I'm doing the best what I believe is best for possession play. Now, secondary would be his dribbling. I think that's good enough. 90 type position. I would stick to that. Now, the rest, I will not put anything more into defensive because I do want the rest in speed. So let's see if we can put 8 here. So far, we are respecting my rule of 8. What does that look like? So that gives me 90 acceleration. The kicking power is 83. And we got 3 points left over. Respecting my rule of 8. If I put this here, I don't meet any threshold. So I will take it off. I'll just checking to see if I hit either a 76, a 70, which are important thresholds. Might be able to put it here. 87 finishing. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so for now, if you don't have the booster, put it into passing. All right, if you don't have a booster, this is the best build for now. Now, for the booster, we're going to take care of that at the end. We're going to build these guys. Here, let's see if we can get a random booster that has to do with passing. Shutdown. Those are defensive. That doesn't work. Let's override this. Now, I'm not going to waste all of mine. Defending still. Fuck you, man. Konami. Jesus, you guys suck, man. What is your problem, Konami? Why are you messing up all my fucking boosters? Jesus Christ, man. You literally gave me 3 ball carrying. Okay, for this one, I'm going to keep this one. It's not the one that I want. It's not the one that I recommend, but it does allow me to take 1 out of dribbling and then get that one that right there. So that's what I'm going to go with. It gives me 85 offensive awareness, 85 speed, 89 balance. We almost hit that 90. It's close enough. 90 ball control, 92 dribbling, 90 tight position, 90 low pass, 87 finishing with the 84 curl. That is the build I'm going to go for with Dani Olmo. Okay? Got him out of 100. What is the next player do you guys want me to create? Yeah, ball carrying looks good. That works. I would rather have gotten one. I would rather have wanted to get this one, technique, because it would give you the low pass, the speed, I don't know if it would give you the speed. It wouldn't give you the speed. But technique would be good. Technique. Yeah, technique. Technique or passing. Technique. Technique or passing. No, I'm sorry, guys. Technique or ball carrying are the two best ones, okay? I actually got one of the two best for him. So we got ball carrying. You could also go with technique, so you don't have to go 9 into passing, but you will lose the speed. So I think ball carrying was a very lucky spin. I'm actually gonna leave him like this. I think this is the best build. It'll probably be the recommended build, and later on, after we test them, I will tell you guys what are the recommended skills. Okay, so we say Lamine Yamal. Okay, let's go with Lamine Yamal. He's a creative playmaker, just like Danny Olmo. What I don't like that there's gonna be 2 creative playmakers, but you know, sometimes I just don't understand what Konami's doing. I don't like to play 2 players with the same play style unless they are orchestrators on opposite ends or whole players on opposite ends. But I do not like the idea of 2 creative playmakers next to each other. We'll see. We're going to test it out. I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to play like Hansi Flick. All right, let's go with Lamine Yamal. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the recommended build. Okay. That looks pretty good for the recommended build. He does get to 101. Let's see if we can get a booster crafting since the Lamine Yamal that has to do with no, we'll do it last. That recommended build is pretty good. But the weakness, again, 67 physical contact is always a big no-no. So I'm gonna reset it. I do rate, but we're gonna put 3 here. I'm just a big fan, especially on possession. You're gonna need that physicality. I do think 70, once you're in Division 2 or you're playing against Division 1 players, you're going to need at least 70 physical contact. Unless the guy is extremely fast and a whole player. Then you could probably get away with something less than 70. But that's not the case for this Lamine Yamal. He's a creative playmaker. He's going to be out wide, cutting inside. You want that 70 physical contact. Now, the next thing that I want from Lamine Yamal is to get the dribbling to 95. As somebody who has used like every version of Lamine Yamal, it really feels like Lamine Yamal's sweet spot is the 95 dribbling. I always use a rule of 8. Now, unfortunately, with the rule of 8, it's not okay. I'm off. I'm on passing. Sorry, guys. That's 2 straight mistakes. Strike 1, strike 2 from there. All right, that looks better. So I would take 1 off. I would put the booster crafting on dribbling. No, I wouldn't. Here's the thing. 95 is the sweet spot, but 96, I have done research that a 96, 76, 86, 96, there's a bigger difference between 80 and 83 than 85 to 86. Like 80, the number 6 is the sweet spot of actually feeling a difference. What I'm trying to say is if you have 90 finishing and you give them 93 finishing, it won't be as much as feeling the difference between a 95 to 96 finishing, if you get me. Or a 90 to 94 finishing, you're not going to feel that as much as a 95 to 96. All right? Based on the research I've done. So for now, let's keep it at 96 because that's like the super duper sweet spot. Now, since he's a creative playmaker, you do want him to pass. So I'm going to pop 3 into passing. Now, if you take a look at his card, he does have, let's see, through ball passing. So you're going to need the one-touch pass. You're going to need the weighted pass. Since he's on the edge, and if you're going to be playing with Hansi Flick and you're going to, if you're going to be using the Showtime Lewandowski or a bullet header, you're probably going to want to give him pinpoint crossing since he is a creative playmaker, LRMF player. But we'll get into that in the end of this, the recommended skills. So at least 80 for a creative playmaker. Okay? If we could get to 85, that'd be great. But I'm not worried about that yet because of his strengths. Now, his other strengths is going to be finishing and the speed. So the finishing, you want to at least get it to 85 if you could. I don't know if we could get it there without wasting 8 points. Okay, we got it to 87. That's actually really good. That gives you 90 curl, 87 finishing. That's more than good enough for Lamine Yamal, especially if we give him pinpoint crossing. And if does he come with outside curler? He does come with outside curler. That is going to be a big plus on the 90 curl. Yeah, the Lamine Yamal stats look really good. This is probably the best free Lamine Yamal card. It's not technically free, but you know, if you guys have like 80 days to save up 1,500 coins, but don't buy anything yet. Let me test them, and I'm gonna let you know. Now, the fact that I didn't need to go over 8, and still get a 90 curl, 87 finishing. That's good enough. You don't need more than that. Trust me. Okay, now it's all about speed. So let's see if we can get 8 into speed. 8 there. We have 2 left over. What does that give me? Ooh, that gives me 92. Now, kicking power is very important. I would like to get it to 85, so I would probably invest the booster crafting into something that gets my speed to 94 and the kicking power to 85 for the perfect build. Now, since we don't have the booster crafting yet, I would pop this in here. Nah, man. Let's get the booster crafting and see what happens. Hey, Fang, welcome to the stream, Fang. So let's give him the booster crafting to see what happens, because that might change how I do this final build. Goalkeeping, Jesus Christ, man. Holy smokes, man. Physicality, nah, man. Let's see. Jumping, physical contact, balance, stamina, no. Goalkeeping again? Are you crazy, man? I worked so hard for those 35 booster crafters. Like, how do you get a duplicate? How do you get a duplicate? Konami, you're robbing me blind. You're robbing me blind. Defending. You're crazy, Konami. You're crazy, Konami. This is hard work. It took me months to get all those fucking boosters, man. Okay, passing. Fuck me, man. Curl, kicking power. Okay, now this one gets the kicking power to 85. Now, this is not my ideal. It's not my ideal, but I don't want to spend more booster crafting than I have to. I have 27 left, and you know we're going to get a whole bunch. So I think this is going to be the best one, because we could go... Remember the rule that I told you that you'll get more from an 84 to an 85. You'll get more from an 85 to 86 than an 80 to 84. Now our finishing is at 87. The sweet spot is 86. So I would take 1 out of shooting. Now that leaves us with 85 finishing, but it takes away the 86. So we are committed to putting that there. It's very unfortunate. Now, 82 low pass. I think this is the best we're going to be able to do without wasting more booster crafting. I would have preferred to get, I'll tell you what I would have preferred to get. There is none. If there was one with speed and kicking power, I would have gone with that one. This is not so bad. We're going to keep this one because he's a creative playmaker. You want to have passing skills on a creative playmaker. So 82 is a pretty good. I like 80, 82, 86. I like numbers like that. 87, you don't need it. But as you saw there, if I take 1 out, it gives me 85. You can go 85, 90, but you do... Once you hit 86, there's a big difference, man. Trust me. I played this game long enough, so I'm going to keep that 1 there. Now, physical contact is at 70. The jumping's at 63. I don't know where to allocate that 1 left over. We've got the speed nice. This game gets funnier every day. Isn't that crazy, man? The goalkeepers. I feel like Frankie, defensive orchestrator build. John Garcia is now replacing Ludovic. Pedri is always good. Balde is beast. Hey, De Jong is actually very good. De Jong is very similar to the De Jong card I have here. I just don't know where to put this 1 point, guys. I mean, we'll hit 50 tackling, 60 aggression. I guess I'll put 1 into defending. All right. He's at 100. You could get him at 101, but just strategically, based on his creative playmaker and the way I play, you could, hold on, you could go to 95. Dribbling, take that 1 out. Okay. Let's see. 86. Put it into speed. This is better. Right here. Because you'll get the, remember the secret? 86 kicking power, 84 speed, 80. I like this better. I like this better. I like this better. That works better. Okay? More even Stevens. I like that. So 87 finishing, 91 curl, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 86 kicking power. We hit that magical number of 86. 70 physical contacts, the 89 balance, 82 offensive awareness, and the 95 dribbling. And it squares off. Because I'd rather square off than, you know, use that 1 extra point that we put into defending. To me, it doesn't make sense. It's no good. It, like, you're wasting points. You might as well invest that in an 86. So this is my recommended for Lamine Yamal. Now, who's next? Yeah, we can play Fang right after we do the builds because we got to test these players. And I want to see if I got anything wrong, we'll rebuild them. Guys, there's a lot of people watching. Make sure you drop a like. We will be doing all the players. And I have been playing Possession for 5 years. So I am your guy to let you know, are these good cards or not. If you're just joining the stream, I usually use a team like this. Okay? I'm a Barca fan. You can see I usually use a team like this. So I know how to build possession style players. I do play possession. And I am going to be letting you guys know how much different does it feel to use a team like that to a team like this. So we got to build them. Okay. Pedri's next. So let's do Pedri. Now, Pedri got box-to-box. So if you guys missed out on the Pedri box-to-box, I do rate Pedri as a box-to-box. I know some people say I prefer him as an orchestrator. I prefer Pedri as a box-to-box as I have had the best orchestrator Pedri card and I've had the best box-to-box Pedri card. I think in this formation, 4-2-3-1, box-to-box is more meta in the Hansi Flick formation. So let's go ahead and level them up. It's a good thing I had a lot of experience points. Okay, let's take a look at the recommended just for fun. I always like to see what the game recommends. So it hits the 95 ball control, 97 pass. It's too horny, guys. You can get that down to 95. You don't need to go to 90. You don't need to go to 97. It's irrelevant. You will not feel the difference. 83 speed, 81 acceleration for a box to box. That's not fast enough. So we're probably gonna want to put some stuff, some extra into his now remember into his speed. Remember what I said that you want to get at least 70. Now with Pedri, since he's so small, agile, if we make him fast, we won't need to put 4 into physical contact. So let's go ahead and reset him. And on a box-to-box player, what you really want, you have to decide. Do you want your box-to-box player to play more offensive or do you want your box-to-box player to play more defensive? Now, in this case, if you're going to be using Frankie de Jong as your orchestrator, you're probably going to want Pedri to play more defensive. So instead of using him as a CMF, I would recommend using him as a DMF. And if you check here in the play style, that's not going to affect his play style of box to box, because if you see right here in box to box, it is compatible with RMF, LMF, CMF, and DMF. So because Frankie de Jong is not an anchorman, I would recommend playing Pedri as a DMF box to box, and he will be still moving up and moving down, but he's going to be playing a little bit deeper like he does in real life. If I was playing with Busquets right here, I would change this to a CMF because Busquets is a anchorman. So I do not recommend, if you have a good anchorman, use Pedri as a CMF. If you're going to be using an orchestrator DMF, like we're going to, I would recommend using Pedri as a DMF. Okay? Now, it all depends. Are you losing in a game? Switch him to CMF. If you're winning, use protection. Double condom right here, So we're going to keep him as a DMF because Frankie de Jong is an orchestrator, okay? So we're going to go with a more defensive instead of offensive build for the box-to-box because he's right next to an orchestrator instead of a whatchamacallit, a pivot. So you don't need that much speed. On my account, guys, on my main account, I use a lot of speed for Pedri because I use him next to a anchorman. You can see here, my Pedri has 90 speed, 90 acceleration. For the box-to-box version, you're not going to need that because you're going to play an actual double pivot more like this. So I would not recommend 90 speed on a deep lying pivot. So we're going to go for defensive numbers, passing and dribbling as his main strength. So let's go ahead and stop talking about it and let's do it. So I am going to pop 8 into defending just to see what it looks like because he's going to be a double pivot. So that's nice. You hit 80, 83, 73. I would keep it there. Now the next thing, if you are not going to have physicality, I personally, for now, let's put in 4 into physical. Because we're going to play him defensive to get that 70 physical contact. He's small. He's not going to be that quick. So you're going to need to prioritize his dribbling. So I would put at least 8 into dribbling minimum. That's nice. 95, 92. Probably the booster crafting that I'm going to be wishing for is something that covers ball control, dribbling, tight possession. Now, low pass, you want to get that to 90. Okay, that gives us 91. Okay, 90 is good enough, guys. If you're a good passer, you play possession, 90 is good enough. So we're looking good here. He's not a finisher. You can get away with 75. So if you pop 4 into finishing, you will get curl. Okay, that looks nice. 76 finishing. Remember, the number 76, 86, 96, that will make a difference. So I would keep it there. So that makes me double think. If I'm losing a game, I switch this guy from a DMF to a CMF because now he does have the ability to score goals. You can score goals with 80 curl, 86 finishing. Now his kicking power is sucking, but we're about to bring that up. But for now, we're going to stick to the strategy. DMF, double pivot, Hansi Flick tactics, baby. Okay? Now, the rest we're going to put into speed. And let's see what we can get away with. Okay, so what thresholds are we hitting here? Now, right here, I can already tell you the threshold I want to hit is 80 kicking power. That gets us to 79. I would take 1 out of acceleration unless it affects my balance. Balance is at 92. It's a nice square number. I think here's where we just do a booster crafting to see if we can square it out. Agility. That could work. Agility gives us speed, acceleration, balance, stamina. So that means I could take away from the acceleration and still hit the 92 balance. See why I did that? So we're going to take that 1 out. I'm going to put that 1 in, and there you have it. Even Stevens, 84 speed, 83 acceleration. He's got good pace for a box-to-box, mid-level. He's going to be a defensive-minded box-to-box, so that's why we got the 80 tackling, the 83 engagement. We have 80 kicking power, 70 contact for defensive purposes, 92 balance. We've got the 95 ball control, the 91 dribbling, 93, 90 low pass, 85 low pass, 76, which is even better than the version that I have with the 80 curl. I think this is a good build. This is my recommended build for Pedri. Okay. Now, what Xavi playstyle orchestrator? All right, who do you want me to build next? Let me know in the comment section, guys, and I will build that for you next. Who do you say is next? Please let me know in the chat room. Who would you like me to build next? Joan Garcia. Okay, Joan Garcia, I will be honest with you. I'm not good at building goalkeepers. So let's just hope he gets a goalkeeper booster craft. No, I'm not even gonna waste that. So the build that I went with Joan Garcia is 2 into dribbling, 3 into aerial strength, 9 into goalkeeping 1, 2 into goalkeeping 11, 3 into goalkeeping 3. But I will be honest with you guys, I am not good at building goalkeepers, and I'm not gonna give them a booster crafting yet because I'd rather have 100 and give them an actual booster that's a goalkeeping. It's just the law of averages are against me, so I rather not waste the booster crafting. So Frankie, all right, Frankie's an orchestrator. I do know how to build orchestrators. Okay, now we're playing in a double pivot. Yeah. So you got to keep that in mind. You know, what is the goal, the managers that you're using? What are you trying to achieve? Right now, since it is Hansi Flick, we're just trying to achieve what Hansi Flick is trying to achieve. Protecting with a double pivot, have one move forward, and you want an orchestrator will lie deep. So you don't need that much speed on Frankie. This is the recommended build the game gives you. It's pretty good. 85 speed, 81 acceleration, physical contact at 76. Remember the magic number: 56, 66, 76, 86, 96. Okay, so I would probably keep the physical contact at 76 because he's gonna be acting as the false anchor pivot, but we're not gonna override his orchestrator. We're gonna keep the players playing to their play style. I'm not going to lie to you. I do love this build. I might not change anything. Let's see what booster crafting. I think that he's not going to be moving forward enough to score. And he already hits 80 curl. So I don't think it's worth getting 3 into finishing. 70 finishing, just, you know, I wouldn't do that. He's an orchestrator. However, I do hope for a booster crafting that gets his ball control to 90. That would be very, very helpful. And his dribbling to 85. Balance is 80. All right, let's see what booster crafting happens. Like, most people like, oh, don't go with the recommended. Guys, if the recommended happens to work, it works. Physicality, that gives me jumping. Physical kind of, no, I don't need that. Dueling, that would be defense awareness, speed, stamina. Let me see what it looks like. That's not bad, man. That's not bad because, guys, the reason why is because he's going to be an orchestrator. Pedri's going to be moving forward since he's a box-to-box. You're going to need a strong physical version of Frankie de Jong. 92 defensive awareness. I like that. It's just too bad we couldn't get 90 ball control. We're going to test him out like this. Build Frankie like Busquets. All right. I recommend this, but let's build Frankie like Busquets. Like, if you want to play him like a pivot, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to the individual instructions, and you're going to have to put number 1, defensive on Frankie de Jong. I'm not going to do this, but just if you want to play him like a pivot, I'm about to do like a Busquets type of build of Frankie de Jong. You're going to want to put the deep line on Frankie de Jong. And you're going to also want to anchor Frankie de Jong. So that's going to get him to play like Busquets. Those 3 individual instructions. Now, if you want to build him to play like a sole pivot, and you're going to want to play maybe more like a 4-3-3, which is what I usually do. And this is what I would do. All right, that's it. If you want him to play like Busquets, this is my recommended build. If you're gonna play him like a sole pivot, let's keep it like this, and I'll keep the individual instructions. Let's have Frankie play like a sole pivot, and we'll test him out. This is how he would play more like Busquets. You don't need speed, guys. Trust me. He's gonna be dropping deep already because of the individual instructions. Got the 80 physical contacts, 80 balancing. You got all the defensive numbers in the 90s. I'm sorry. You got the 90 low pass. You got the 90 tight possession. That's the key. If you take a look at my Busquets, he's going to look very similar. Let's take a look at my Busquets really quick. We're going to do this fast, guys. Don't worry. Now, the only difference, Busquets is going to be a little bit hornier. If you could see that, it's a very, very similar build. Very similar. And you've seen me dominate the fuck out of people with this Busquets. I use him as a sole pivot. Okay? So let's keep the sole pivot version of Frankie de Jong. So I am going to keep the individual instructions. And we will play Frankie de Jong as a pivot with this build. So that's my recommended build as a pivot. So I don't think Busquets' build suits his player. I think we got close enough, to be honest with you. We got close enough. This is a good pivot. We'll test it out. When we test this out, I'll tell you guys, don't build him like Busquets. But we'll test him out, and I'll let you know he's good enough to play like Busquets. That 80 physical contact is very important, guys. He's still gonna be quick for a deep line pivot. In a double pivot, tight position at 90 combined with 80 physical contact and 80 balance, it's gonna feel like Busquets, and he's gonna be a little bit quicker than Busquets. You don't need speed. Balde next. Okay, try Araujo. I think it's good. Build 8. Okay, let's do one real quick with Araujo, and let's do the recommended. Elam is actually really good at building, so let's try Elam's build, and let's see what it looks like. And then we'll do Balde. I was the one who got cooked by Busquets. Yeah, just ask okay, that's pretty good. The recommended is pretty good, heading at 90, 92 physical contact, 92 jump in, 96, 99 aggression. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good fucking card. All right, now let's reset him and let's try Elam. Elam says, let's see. That goes 8 into dexterity, 4 into lower, 6 into aerial, 12 into defending using shutdown. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, looks good. Nice and balanced. If you do give him shutdown, I approve. Let's see if we can get lucky. Striker's instinct. Come on, man. I only have 23. Physicality, jumping, physical balance, stamina, jumping. Fuck, man. It's just a waste. Man, what are the odds of getting shut down, man? Ah, striker's instinct twice, bro. That is crazy, man. Goalkeeping, man. This is the worst of Konami. Hard worker, aggression, acceleration, physical contact. Fuck me, man. All right. I do recommend Elam's build, but try to get shut down. I'm not going to spend more, but I'm going to keep the 100 aggression. If you get shut down, you will get all the numbers in the 90s. You will have 84 speed, 80 acceleration. That's good enough for a destroyer. You'll have the 90 jumping, 91 physical contact. So my recommended build is this one, Elam's, but with shutdown, okay? Unfortunately, since we're limited, I will not be able to do more booster craftings. It's because, you know, what are the chances of getting shut down on this guy? So I think this is a good build. These stats are pretty good for a destroyer. They're pretty good. And you got the low pass at 70. I like that. Yeah, so I would just do this build. You can see it one last time. That would be 8 into dexterity, 4 into... I told you Elam is good at this. Is 6 into aerial strength, 12 into defending. And I would put shutdown. That'll make sure that defensive awareness gets to 90. So he's going to be very... He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Who do you got? Balde got recommended next. So Balde has 35 levels. It's probably the best Balde card to ever come out. Guys, make sure everybody drops a like. Okay, so he's definitely going to be fast. Like, what I like about this Balde is the old Baldes do not come with good player skills. This one comes with the scissor feint, the double touch, the chop turn, cut behind turn, soul control, blocker, man marking, outside curler, pinpoint crossing. So this is the best they've come out. Now, this is the recommended build. I don't think you have to go that horny to 99 speed. You know, Konami, they always do something silly. I know. I didn't want to keep investing on that. All right, let's do my build. It's a good build, but I don't recommend this build. Now, let's do something different. Let's start with the booster crafting, just, you know, just to see what we're playing with so we could play around it. So let's see what booster crafting we get. The good thing about Balde, you know, he's mid defender. So if we get a defensive booster crafting, okay, I'll take it. If we get a speed, his speed's already fast. We don't have to put, you know, 8. We could put 7 into speed. If we get dribbling, that would probably be the best because he's a 85 dribbler. Let's see what we get. Hope. Technique. I'll take that. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession, low pass. I will take that. Okay. Not bad. So the first thing I want from a offensive fullback is speed. They have to have physicality and speed. So you just got to pop 1 into... If we could get it to 75, that'd be great. But people that are very fast, you don't have to worry so much about... especially on the wings. Like, you'll be screwed if you're using a center back with 70 physical contact. But quick, agile, offensive fullbacks, 70 is good enough. Now, I do want to make sure to get his speed nice and horny. All right. That looks nice and horny. The kicking power, I don't like it at 77, but I'm not going to be able to invest 3 more. I'm not about investing too much into forcing something. Now, you're going to need at least the 80 passing. He's got 35 levels, so we got a lot to play with here. I would definitely go 8 into defending, now that we got his strengths. And then I would go 8 into dribbling. Now, he's not going to be a goal scorer. I wouldn't worry too much about the curl or finishing. Curl is important if he has low lofted, is at 80. The kicking power is too low. He's got 3 weaknesses. He will have the pinpoint crossing, but he's got 3 weaknesses in one area. That's the kicking power, the curl, and the low lofted is at 80. That's a bit low. Now jumping is at 78. You don't need more. I wouldn't go more. I wouldn't go more because he's a attacking fullback. You're not gonna need that. If you're gonna play him to his ID, you don't need that. Now, I can't get his kicking power. Balance to 90 would be super. It's 289. If we could get a 89 is good enough. 95 speed, 95 acceleration, good enough for an offensive fullback. Very Jordan Alba-esque. We might have points left over. Now, let's see. We've not put much. We could go 84. I'm sorry, 85. Okay. Gets the 69. That's the problem, man. That's why I thought it was never worth it. We take one out of there. It's going to get his physical contact down to 69. It's not worth it. I'd rather go with 1. Do you rather have 70 curl or 70 physical contact is the question here. He's got 78 low lofted. I'm going to keep the 70 curl because he is a fuck, man. Yeah, the Balde does look fire. I'm just contemplating, do I want 70 physical contact? It's at 69, guys. I'd rather have 70 curl because he is going to be crossing the ball in with his pinpoint cross, and his kicking power is at 77. That's not too good. And you don't want 3 weaknesses on his crosses, so you might as well at least get the 70 curl. So I'm going to go with that one. Everything else looks good enough for a offensive fullback. I know it's nice and shiny to get them to 100. Yeah, we'll test that. If it's not, we'll change it. What do you guys say? Paul Kubarsi next? Who do you want to see next? Make sure you drop a like, guys. If you missed out, just rewind. Should we do Paul Kubarsi Kunde next? That Kunde card is very, very OP, by the way. Let me know who you want to see next. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Join our Discord. It's pinned to the chat room. And, yeah. Kunde. All right, let's do Kunde. Kunde has one of the best player IDs. This is going to be one of the best Kunde cards to go out there, guys. I know how to build a good Kunde, so. Ooh, that looks nice. He looks sexy already, man. He looks sexy already. All right. Let's see what booster crafting they're going to give me for him. Striker's instinct. They're trolling me, man. They're trolling me. Fantasista, come on, man. Come on now. Now, balance is good. Dribbling is good. Ball control is good for... I might keep this one. It's a waste on the finishing. But I do like my Kunde to be ball playing. I'm going to keep this one just because I have to. Okay, number one thing. Remember, he's a defensive fullback. You're not going to need 90 speed, 90 acceleration on this guy. I would say 85 speed is good enough for a defensive fullback, as long as your defensive stats are high. I would get his acceleration to 80. It's a defensive fullback, guys. One more. I think 85, 80 is good for a defensive fullback. If he was an offensive fullback, I would think differently. Now, physical contract is going to be important. You want it at least to 85, but you're probably going to want more because you're going to want the jumping to 90. Because you might want to play him as a center back. Put 8 here, 8 here. 93 jumping. Okay. We got it to 95. 89 physical contact. We could actually pop one more here. Take one out. Hold on. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. There we go. 90 physical contact, 95 dribbling. Now you can play him as a center back and a right defensive fullback. Now, passing. If you're going to play him as a center back, that's good enough. The defensive numbers are not there yet for a center back. So let's keep going on the defense. Now, he plays like a build-up player. You don't need to go that horny on a build-up player. You already have a destroyer here. What do I want to do here? 80 is going to be good enough, guys. 80 is going to be good enough. He's a defensive fullback. He has blocker, aerial. You're gonna have to put one touch pass, through ball pass on him, okay? With that 80 passing. The 80 passing will be good enough if you have one touch pass. You're gonna have to put one touch pass, through ball pass, weighted pass, low lofted pass. He already has fighting spirit. He doesn't need track back because he's a defensive fullback. Blocker's already there. And you probably want to put he already has interception. So yeah, I would just go full stats. Leave the stats at 80. We have 7 points left over. That's nice. That's really nice. Key powers at jumping Zen. One more in defending. Okay, that's nice. I think this is my recommended build for Jules Koundé. Now, you can play him here, or you can play him here. He's got the jumping for a center back, physical contact for a center back. You got the defensive numbers for a center back. You got the dribbling and passing as if he is a ball-playing build-up player. So I would play him like that. If you play him as a center back, you can use him here. 85-80 is fast enough for a defensive fullback. He's not going to be pushing up too much. So 85-80 is going to be good enough. Now, let's do Paul Kubarsi. Do you think Koundé card is better or worse than the Showtime card you have? No, my Showtime card is a lot better. I'll show you. But every Koundé card is good. Trust me, every Koundé card is good. ¿Dónde estás, Koundé? Why are you Koundé? Here, let's he is an offensive fullback. All right. As you can see, the new one is going to be a better dribbler. Passing, I have 82 on mine. I told you it's good enough, but what do I have on mine? You can see there. I have the one-touch pass, through ball pass, weighted pass, the low lofted pass. I put track back on mine because he's an offensive fullback. Since the new Jules Koundé is a defensive fullback, you don't need the track back. As you can see there, the defensive stats is not that much. The biggest difference is the -3 on the tackling, and the defensive awareness is only a difference of a -2. Now, you could take out the points from dribbling, and mine has the same acceleration, a little bit more kicking power. They're very similar, guys. You're just gonna get a +4 on speed, but that's the thing. Mine is an offensive fullback. This one is a defensive fullback. You don't need the 89, 90 speed on a defensive fullback. Like Costa Curta, man, you could put like 80 speed on Costa Curta. He gets the job done. I am tempted to lower. Here. We could do this. You could go with this build, or you could take everything out of dribbling. Keep them like that. Remember mine. Look at the dribbling. Very similar. And you could put it into defense if you want. You can only be able to put one, and then you could make it. Is that one worth it? Let's see. Got 95 of awareness. So my recommended is either this or this. That's my recommended. I'm going to go with this one. That is my recommended. Fire build. Other better because of long reach tackle, yeah. But trust me, guys, every Koundé card is good. We're going to see these players in action. You will see Koundé. Like, you want your defense to have agility. We're playing possession, guys. I'm going to do Koundé, Kubarsi next. If you're playing long ball counter, quick counter, you don't need to worry that much of having, ball control at 80, shit like that. But we are going to be playing on possession. So you want your players to have good passing skills, good dribbling skills, and a build-up player does not need as much defensive skills as a destroyer player. So we're going to build Kubarsi as a build-up player. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, we're almost done. We're going to put these guys in actions. That's the recommended build. And you're going to need just a little bit more speed. Physical contact 85. I do think the old Paul Kubarsi is better. The one that came out. This one right here. See, the other one has everything better, man. Speed. 85 tight position on the old one. The defensive numbers are just a little bit better. All right, let's see if we can get it more. Let's see if we can get it closer to this than to this. Like I said, you don't need that much defensive numbers on a build-up player. So let's go ahead and reset them. Let's see what booster crafting they're gonna give us. I'm a little bit disappointed in this Paul Kubarsi card, and it's probably because they're selling Paul Kubarsi right now. So aerial gives us jumping, heading, physical contact. I might take that. I don't like the finishing. It's not the one I would, like to give him because the finishing is a waste of a stat. But I am limited. So now, you do want to get his speed. Here, how fast did I make mine? It was 82 speed, I think. It was 82 speed, 80. That, I feel, is still good enough. 82. So let's go to 82. And 80 acceleration. Okay. Just as good. Now, obviously, we got to go 8 into defense at first. We might put more. And we might not have to go so horny on the jumping. Because he's got very good. Okay, jumping 90, that's good. 85 physical contact, that's good. Okay, now we're cooking. Now, the only thing I do not like is that the old card has 85 type position. This one, we're only going to get it to 80. Because we want to get those last two into defense. So he at least gets into the 90s with his defense. Okay, so that's the build right there. Now, on this one, we got, let's see, we got aerial, jumping, physical contact, jumping, physical contact. Okay. I think this is the build to go with, man. For this card. I do think the other card is better. But this is my recommended build for a build-up player. We'll see him in action. I'll let you know. Oh, he's too slow. Oh, you know, his defensive stats are too low. I literally, look, guys, I've played possession for 5 years. You don't need a build-up player with that much defensive. It would be nice to get his defensive awareness to 90, but it's okay, man. I've used Beckenbauer, very similar to this build, and he's just fine. You do want your destroyer horny as fuck. You know, 100 aggression. That's good. Your build-up player, not so much. You want to get that 82 low pass. He's going to be agile, at least 80 type position. The other one is better, guys. Because I did a very similar build. You can see right here the difference. The other one has better ball control, better dribbling, better type possession, the same kind of passing. The heading is 1 point better. The speed we got to the same. The new one does have better kicking power, which is good for build-up play. So you're going to be able to make the passes faster. 90 jumping, very similar to the old one. The physical contact is -3. I do not like that. The balance is also -3. I do not like that. So this card is probably the biggest disappointment in the pack, and it's probably because they're selling the Showtime version of Pau Cubarsí right now. I would recommend sticking with the old Pau Cubarsí. There is a video on the channel on how to build the old Pau Cubarsí. I would go with that one. But this is the best you're going to get with this Pau Cubarsí. And I tell you, it's because they're selling Showtime Pau Cubarsí. But this is decent. This is decent. And we'll see them in action. I'm going to be playing on Legendary. We will see them in action. Now, I say we go with Rafinha next. Nice build, eh? And Dominic will be very happy with you getting Ariel. CB Bebeto is Brasileño. Yes, I know. This team will be fire for my league. That's what I'm saying. Like, this team is good for my league. Because it's not overpowering. They all have boosters. A lot of these are good. That's good. I'm very interested to see how well does he play like, you know, the individual instructions like Busquets. I would we're going to test it. If it doesn't work, we will build him more like an orchestrator, like I'll use him. But we are in a double pivot here. So, since we built Frankie De Jong as an orchestrator, I am going to liberate Pedri from being a DMF to a CMF. Because Frankie is going to be anchoring. So, I'm going to do the same thing for quick counter. All right, it's already set up. So, I talked about this earlier. If you're late to the stream, make sure you drop a like. And I go through the logic earlier. So because we built Frankie De Jong, and it's just a test, we might come back and change our mind. I built him as an anchorman. So that means I do not need Pedri to box with a DMF. I'm going to have him box to box as a CMF because they're both compatible with box to box. You can see it right there. RMF, LMF, CMF, and DMF. So, because we did build Frankie and you are using him as an anchor, I would recommend using CMF instead of DMF. If you build Frankie De Jong as an orchestrator, then use both as DMF, okay? All right, let's do Rafinha. You want to do? Let's do the rockstar himself, Rashford. All right. Then we'll do Rafinha. I thought we were talking about. All right. Now, Rashford is a little bit weird because they made him a cross specialist, okay? That's kind of weird. So, yeah, he's got speed, 98 overall, 95 dribbling. I rate that. That's good. 90 cross specialing with only 73 speed. Kind of weird. With the lofted pass at 68. That's really fucking weird. Kicking power is 96. Now, I know he's a cross specialist, but he doesn't have the cross like, let's see what he has. He's got long range curler, knuckle shot. He doesn't even have cross. He doesn't even have like edge crossing or pinpoint crossing. Why did you make him a cross specialist? That's so weird, man. Let's build him like a finisher with speed and dribbling. They put 12 in the dribbling, though, to get it to 95. Man, this is not a good card, guys. 77 finishing. Didn't even get to 80. And it's like, where are we going to get it from? Passing at 473. Let's put the passing for a cross specialist. That's horrible, man. Fuck, man. They fuck this guy. This is not a good card, guys. I'm just being honest with you. I'd rather get the finishing to 8. Oh, we can't even fucking do that. 78. Speed 96 is good. 96 kicking power is the sexiest thing. But the thing is, okay, physical contact at 85. 80 balance is good. Let's see what booster crafting we're going to get. Technique. That's good. That lets me take 1 out of the 3. Now we got 4 points left. That was good. That was good. Got lucky again. If I could just get the finishing to fucking... Oh, I think we did. There we go. That's much better. There we go. We saved the card. All right. 96 speed, 96 power. You're going to be able to score goals, especially if you play him central. As a winger, he's not going to score goals. They made him a cross specialist. I mean, he does have 96 kicking power, but his low lofted pass is 65. Not even worth giving him that much. So you're going to have to put one-touch pass, heel trick, through ball passing, pinpoint crossing, very important. Pinpoint crossing on this guy, and probably gamesmanship. But that, we saved the card. 80 finishing, 80 for a curl, 95 dribbling is going to be key with the 96 speed. That's going to be key. He's going to have 75 physical contact, which I like for somebody that's going to be, you know, muscling it out with big center backs. Balance is at 81, which is good because they did buff balancing, so you do want to get it there. So I think this is good enough for Rashford. Now let's move on to Rafinha. Now, yeah. I forgot to give him the Now, I'm not going to build a Gavi yet. I'm going to go test these players because we do have Gavi and Christensen, but this is not part of the pack, and we're doing a review on the pack. So we're going to build Rafinha last, and then we're going to go test this team, and then I'm going to see, because I calibrate, you know, the best way to find if you did a good job is to test. This is a testing thing. Guarantee you see Carl Rashford might be better. Yeah, guarantee. Yo, Koinami, at least give him deep line or whatever. I know, man. I know. All right. I know me, my Rafinhas. Okay, that's decent. 92 speed, 94 acceleration, 88 kick power. I like that. 70 physical contact. I like that. At least his balance is at 83. I like that. Aggression at 70. I have the Showtime version. It's at 80, but 70 is good enough. 89. What he needs is technique. Finishing at 85 is good enough. The recommended build, I approve. Let's see what booster crafting they're going to give him. Not everything has to be rejected. Not every recommended build needs to be rejected. No, we don't need that. I got 13, man. Give me... What does that do? Nah, man. It's a waste. Come on, man. Give me technique. Crossing. That gives you... nope. Whatever, man. Shutdown. You got to be kidding me, man. Get out of here. Hard worker, man. That might be okay. Nah, it's not okay, man. Sometimes you gotta just admit it's not okay. He needs one more into. He needs technique, guys. Fuck it. If I waste them all, I waste them all. It's Rafinha, man. If we waste it all on Rafinha, this might work. It works. This works. This works. Okay, that gets the bounce to 84. I like twos. I like 80, 82, 84, 86. Remember? Okay, this gets his finishing to 86, that magic number I told you to. That's 90 ball control, 90 dribbling, 80. Now, you got the 70 aggression, 70. This is a pretty good card for a whole player. Now, for him, I would recommend, since he has 70 aggression, I would recommend putting blocker, track back on him. He already has the outside curler. Now he's got long range shooting. You probably want to put long range curler. Probably want to put... He's a whole player. You're going to want a one-touch shot. Double touch. Flip flap, soul control. Probably soul control. I wouldn't go for the level 3 on him. Got the heel trick. His skills are not great, man. You need one-touch pass. You need through ball pass. You need blocker. That's 3. Track back. At least he has the heel trick. And I would say one-type shot because he's got acrobatic finishing. Those are the 5. Okay? Now let's go play with these players. Let's test these players out. And let's see how they play in action. Now, the good thing is, I'm going to go grab my groceries. Be back soon, says David. That Rafinha looks good. Looks great. Yes, he does. Hey, Veggie, welcome to the stream. Guys, make sure you drop a like. We have a lot of play. Now, let's go test these. Check out the link of play. Later, I will build, you know, Christensen and fucking Gavi. And we might unlock more. But now let's play these guys in action on ledge on the most difficult level and see how they perform. Luckily for me, I did reserve not finishing this so we can play 2 games and unlock a spin. I think we're close to a spin and 50 coins. So let's go ahead and watch these guys in action. It's 1,500 coins. It's a whole team. Now, for me that I have an ultimate Barca team, the only player I see making my team is Dani Olmo because he's a creative. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me, guys. Hold on. I'll take the forfeit. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I forgot to load the team, man. You have to load the team. It's a good thing. It's my fault. But I do rate that that you have to load teams. Now, what I was saying, the only players that I see making from this pack my ultimate Barca team is Dani Olmo because he is a creative playmaker, and I do not have a good creative playmaker unless I bring in the 2015 Messi, which is going to leave my right-hand side empty. I don't have an end-game level. Unless I put Lamine Yamal on the right-hand side, play Messi as a creative playmaker. So I am curious of testing this Dani Olmo so I could use link-up play. Because you're going to need a creative playmaker to unlock the, you know, link-up play. Now, the only person I see making my team is Balde as my backup left back on my Barca team, and Dani Olmo. The rest we're going to test and find out. And the main reason I bought this pack is, number one, yes, this is a Barca channel, and, you know, I'm pretty good at building Barca players. But I do rate this Hansi Flick with the 89 possession and the 88 quick counter. I do like that. And I get to use link-up play on possession, which I have not been able to do so. So this time, let's not forget to put the fucking what do you call it? Load the team, and let's test it. Now, the good thing about testing if I did anything wrong on the builds, we're going to find out right away. I'm going to find out Frankie de Jong doesn't feel good as a, orchestrator. So we're on Legend. Let me load the correct team this time. And I did forget to do one last thing. We got to give, on the sub tactics, we're going to be playing quick counter. And what I'm going to do is I am going to give the same individual instructions to Frankie de Jong. We're going to be testing them out as a pivot. If it doesn't work, we will then test them as a orchestrator. And this is the only guy that we have given individual instructions. Okay, I already gave him the same instructions on the main. See it right there? All right, now let's get these guys into action and let's see how they play. Yo, Leo. Bro, I have purple player of the week, Araujo. Is he good? I don't know. I don't have him. Elam says yes, and Elam is pretty good. Alvaro, do you want to play a game before we play? I'll play a game right after this game, okay? Fang, just give me one test match, because I want to see how... The thing about when we... Remember the last time me and you played, the servers were very slow? The reason I want to test against the AI is because I can actually see what the players move like without, server delay. Does Ronald Araujo have captaincy? He does. Okay, so we'll leave him as the captain. Okay, we do have Robert Lewandowski available on the bench. All right, let's go with this and see what happens. We're going to stay on possession at first, and then I will switch to quick counter in the second half. Guys, don't forget to please support the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, make sure you drop a like. All right, here we go. Oh, it's a bad pass, but we got away with it. Nice turn almost by Rashford. Remember, he has 95 dribbling and 96 speed. You're going to feel that. Playing him as a 9. Remember, Pedri is moving forward because we're using Frankie as a pivot. No. Now, let's see if he's good at breaking the lines. Can't tell there. He's under pressure. The thing is, you can't play Frankie to break the lines the way we built him. He's playing as a pivot. So, I wouldn't really try that. It's like an agile pivot. That's a bad pass, man. Remember, they have no player skills on them right now, so we're playing with no player skills. You know, it makes it a little bit more challenging not having the one-touch pass, the through-ball pass. Ooh, golazo by Dani Olmo. Very good goal there by Dani Olmo. You give your GGs for Dani Olmo. There's the 3D version of Hansi Flick. It does have link-up play. Remember, it is... We're going to look for it. It is Dani Olmo to Rafinha. We will look for it. It's a very good goal by Dani Olmo. Like I said, the two players that I see making my team is creative playmaker Dani Olmo and also Balde. on my Ultimate Barca team. Thoughts on Rashford today? Oh my God, I am so happy for Rashford. Man, that second goal was a fucking banger, man. A fucking banger. Right, I'm gonna move my defense a little bit back. In the second half, I'm gonna put Rashford on the wing. Good hops. Good. Let's go back to neutral. Now, despite the fact that I do not have one-touch pass or blocker, you know, track back, it is feeling pretty smooth. Like the players, I think the builds are good. I don't see a problem yet. The only person that I do see weak is Rashford, but I just think he's just not a great card. Good job, Pedri. Remember, we made him defensive for those purposes. He's got defense and offense. Okay, that was a bad defending by my part. Good job, Rafinha. That's the 70 aggression right there. Remember, in the second half, we will switch to quick counter. See how it feels like on quick counter. Good super cancel there. Balde feels good. Dani Olmo is reaching my expectations. If it wasn't a heavy touch, we did have a shot down the middle. Passing game feels good so far, despite not having one-touch pass and through-ball passing on any of these dudes. Araujo feels good. Kubarsi feels good. Not really noticing him that much of a difference, that he doesn't have the ball control that the other one has. Good super cancel. Frankie de Jong is still able to break the lines, even though we didn't build him as an orchestrator. So it's still built into his ID. See, that's why you want that 70 physical contact right there. If he didn't have 70 physical contact, he would have lost the ball. That's the first half. Yeah, we forgot to give them the right numbers. Liam. I forgot to give all of them. That flick looks silly, says Veggie. Okay, so far on possession, we were able to dominate on possession. 72% possession. We absolutely nullified the opposition, America from Mexico. We did make 117 successful passes out of 119. That's a pretty high percent ratio, considering that none of these players have one-touch pass or through-ball pass for the grand majority. I know Pedri does and Frankie does, but Balde doesn't, Araujo doesn't, Koundé doesn't, Rashford doesn't, Rafinha doesn't. All right, so on this second half, now we're going to be a little bit more aggressive. It's going to be a little bit more risky. We're going to play the 4-2-1-3 on the sub tactic to play him quick counter. And then we're going to play online. Fang, are you there? So far, it's just looking the same way it looks like when you play possession. I do not think we created enough chances, but Rashford is not a good... He's playing out of position, and I think that's why. So I have now switched to quick counter. Good block by Garcia. Pedri. Alejandro Balde is looking good enough to make my team. If you give him the right... see, this Rashford is not good. And since he's a cross specialist, he's not making the right runs. Like, if I were to bring in... Let's do it. If I were to bring in a poacher, we'll get better runs on quick counter. But yeah, it's not a good Rashford card. I don't know why they made him a cross specialist. Bad pass. Rafinha with the 70 aggression, defensive engagement. Good. We haven't got the ball to Lamine Yamal. Let's get this play to the right-hand side, see how Lamine Yamal feels.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
Very cagey match. Nice. Oh, that would have been sick. Danny almost got that ball down to Rashford. I wanted to see Rashford if he was going to be able to finish that. It's too bad. Right, good pressure. I should have left Rashford on because we almost created a chance for him there. But watch how much different the runs are going to be once you bring in a poacher.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 9.
See, he makes the runs. Watch. See? See? As soon as you bring in a poacher, you can get the runs, especially on quick counter. See, just like that. And yeah, Romario's very good. But because he's a poacher in a 4-2-1-3 quick counter system, he just makes the perfect runs. Right here, we recycled it. We did it again. He makes the run. Rashford was not making those runs. I didn't even have to activate the L1. He does it himself because of his ID, Romario. And it's because Romario is a goal poacher. See right here? He's a goal poacher, and that works very well. Right now we're playing quick counter. Poachers work very well, especially when they are in front of an LMF, an RMF, and there's a whole player or a creative playmaker behind them. They work really well. And the problem is Rashford is a cross specialist, so it just makes no sense. Like, and with the thing that sucks, if you play Rashford on the left-hand side, we have no whole player for link-up play. You know? But you see how easy it was as soon as we had a poacher in a 4-2-1-3 system? And I told you, as soon as I... I think Frankie is working just fine as an anchorman. Nice super cancel. Very good Pedri, very agile, very nice. See the muscle? That's why you want 70 physical contact. He almost got away with that. That's the 70 physical contact. It's a very contact sport now. You can't get away with 60-something physical contact down the middle. Nah. Not for a creative playmaker. Defense, remember we made Pedri very defensive. Good run by Rafinha. Track back by Romario. That was manual track back. Not enough power. But a good run by Lamine Yamal. So far, that Lamine Yamal is the best free Lamine Yamal card so far. Better than any Lamine Yamal card that's come out other than the Showtime, Big Time versions. And it doesn't feel that much different. That was a bad pass. Pedri's feeling good. Dani Olmo is feeling really nice and smooth, silky. Creative playmaker. Pedri. Boom. 76 finishing on Pedri. Remember, we're playing quick counter in the second half. We played possession in the first half, and we played quick counter in the second half. And that's why we made Frankie De Jong an anchor, because we released Pedri. Instead of being a DMF box-to-box, he's a CMF box-to-box, and we gave him 76 finishing. So the builds are working exactly how I planned them to work. So I give myself, I don't see anything that I would adjust. I think the builds are correct. The only here, I'll give you my take, my full review after this. Get off me, dude. Oh shit. Juan Garcia. All right, good game. 1969-90. Pedri is good. Now remember, some people will try to convince you to give Pedri 90 speed. I have 90 speed on my Pedri, but my Pedri doesn't have the finishing this one does. They're box to box, but they're different. Look at this. You did see the dip in possession in the first half. We did have 70% possession. We did dip on possession, but we did create more chances because we were able to switch to quick counter. And our passing accuracy did decrease because we're playing faster on quick counter. We were only off by 2. And in this second half, we were off by 6, right? 8. So that's 202 successful passes, 210 completed. That is a difference of 8. You subtract the 2 from the first half, so it's actually 6. So we went from 2 mistakes to 6 mistakes from quick counter, but we got 2 more bigger opportunities. So I do like, that's why you have possession, quick counter. Now, I'm going to give you my review. The builds. Were the builds correct? Yes. I would not change anything on any of the builds. I would play Frankie De Jong as a sole pivot, meaning everything that we discussed in the whole. If you're just catching the stream, make sure you watch the replay. I went into full detail why I built the team the way they're built. You could see everybody here except for Kubarsi and Koundé are at 100. That doesn't really matter. Also Balde and Dani Olmo will probably make my my team. Now, my review for this, look, man, can you get into fucking Division 1 with this team? With Rashford? No. You could play Rashford here, but you're going to lose the link-up play. You just saw that right there. And Rashford is a cross specialist. So the one negative thing about this pack is that Rashford, they made him a cross specialist instead of a whole player. They should have made him a whole player because that's what he's playing like. He's playing on the left-hand side and he's cutting inside. They should have made him a whole player so you can keep the link-up play between Rashford and Dani Olmo. Now you can put the link-up play back on, like that, because Rafinha is a whole player. This is a creative playmaker. So to me, the worst thing about this pack is Marcus Rashford, because they made him a cross specialist. Now, his stats are not so bad. Like, you can get away with a 96 speed, 95 dribbling if he was a goal poacher. If Rashford was a goal poacher, or even an advent striker, we would have had more chances on goal. In the first half, it was very tough to create chances because Marcus Rashford is playing out of position. And a cross specialist, you can see right here, will lose their ID. Where's the cross specialist? Right here. You have to play them as an R, right wing forward, left wing forward, RMF, LMF. So since we played him as a CF, he lost the cross specialist player ID, whatever the fuck you call this, and he was playing neutral, which does not work well in a 4-2-1-3 possession. Might have worked well on the second half, but we didn't play him in the second half because in quick counter, everybody pushes forward. You see this when defending, when gaining possession, you push forward. So Rashford might have been better on quick counter. Let's put the link up play back on. Yeah. There we go. Fermin, let's see. Is there a chance deal? Let's see. There is a Fermin player. We're gonna like Fermin doesn't come in this pack, but there are 4 players: Christensen, Gavi, Ferran Torres, and Fermin Lopez available for free if you finish the objectives, the missions. These chance deals right here. See something. This one, I'm interested in seeing something. We've achieved 2 of 4. So we either need 200 coins. Did we get the 100? Hold on. No, we got 7 coins. Real quick, guys. When it comes to Fermin Lopez, let me show you something real quick. You're going to be able to get him here. He's got 30 levels. This Fermin Lopez is not going to be as good. Now, he has scissor feint, soul control, rising shot, heel trick, pass, through ball, track back. I don't think he's going to be as good as the nominating contract. You're going to have to spend, if you don't have 300 coins, and you're like me and you only have 7 coins, you're going to have to spend $3 to get the guaranteed nominating contract. Because you can get this Fermin Lopez. I am going to go for it because that is an amazing whole player Fermin Lopez card with a 79 aggression. When you bring him in, it's going to be at 80. With 80 defensive engagement, that's amazing. Look at his player stats. He's got 1 touch pass, through ball pass, track back, fighting spirit. He's ready to go. So I will be investing in that Fermin Lopez. I just don't have the coins right now. We got to do 2 more spins. Is there an event that will unlock that? And we could just spend $1. We could play 1 more game. Let's see here in events. Partner clubs. Does this one actually, I think if we complete this one, oh, we'll get 50 coins, 50 coins. We'll get 1 full spin. So let's play this and we'll get Fermin Lopez. You want me to do that, or should I do this on a separate? We should probably do that on a separate one because I think we covered tutorial pretty well. So, okay, final thoughts. Fang, you gonna play here? Let me play against Fang so we can feel these players online. So that'll be the final test. We'll keep Rashford up top, even though he sucks up top. Who gives a fuck? Here, let me open the room. All right, Fang, the room is now open. Yeah, go ahead and use your main team. It's going to make it really tough. So that's going to test me. You know, I have no special skills. These guys are... We'll see how good these players hold up against a very good team. The room is now open. Welcome back, David. We just tested the players. I would not change a single build that we made. I think they're correct. I think we hit it on the head. I think we won 2-0 or 3-0. I can't remember. Very good performances by Frankie De Jong. Stuck out. Danny Olmo had a golazo. Balde was very quick, agile. Despite the fact that Kubarsi doesn't have the stats of the old Kubarsi, they really felt the same. Araujo felt really good. He felt better than my Showtime card. I have an Araujo Destroy Showtime card. This one did feel better. The only player that I do not like was Rashford because of his player ID. As soon as we subbed Rashford out, I put in a goal poacher, Romario. We were able to create bigger chances because Rashford is set up as a cross specialist. So his inactive play style does not work well in a 4-2-1-3, especially on possession. So I might play quick counter, depending on how difficult the game feels. He has the same thing, possession and quick counter. Let's do it. I might play quick counter just to see. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start with quick counter to see if we can get better runs. Now, I do not play that well on quick counter as good as I know I just, played better on quick counter than possession. And we'll see if Rashford makes better runs. There you can see Hansi Flick. All right, I've switched to quick counter. See, it's slow, man. That's why I didn't want to play the first game. See how it's lagging already? What happened? Fang, your connection used to not be like this. With the lag and stuff. See, it's too much lag. Good job, Kunde. If it's going to be too laggy, I might have to cancel this game. We'll see. If it keeps chopping up, remember the rules, guys. You must have a decent connection. See how it's lagging? Rashford gets it done. But it's too laggy, man. Now, remember, because we're playing quick counter, all players are moving forward. So that's helping Rashford play into space. Also, that pass is broken. You have to leave the stream then. That's great, Fang. Fang, are you leaving? Are you staying? Get an Ethernet, Fang. Because you used to have a better connection. See, it really affects the gameplay. See, I can't even, I tried to move into balanced and it stayed on full blue because of the input delay. It's hard to play like this, man. Much better runs by Rashford. I could have done better with that. But Rashford does make a lot better runs on quick counter. So I would not recommend using Rashford unless you're playing on quick counter, because he stays... His neutral positioning is very bad. Like the connection we're having right now. It's horrible, man. Okay, Rashford's doing a little bit better on quick counter. Nice run, Rashford. So he's much better on quick counter. So if you're gonna use Rashford, play quick counter. Much better movement by Rashford on a quick counter than possession. But the team is holding good, man. On a shitty server, shitty connection. The lag right there. If Fang says be right back, then who's playing? I am playing Fang, right? Oh, no. Not like that. All right, they called the foul. Is it because Pau Kubarsi has gamemanship? Let me see something. He does not have gamemanship. We got lucky. They usually let those slide. It's a fucking miracle. Seriously, it's a fucking miracle. Kubarsi. See, now I felt the difference of the old Pau Kubarsi and this Pau Kubarsi. The old Pau Kubarsi could handle turning. No. Super cancel that. Good run. See, better runs by Rashford because automatically quick counter, everybody makes runs. So if you're going to use Rashford, make sure you play quick counter. Much better runs. But everybody makes good runs on quick counter. That's why a lot of people use quick counter. It's very risky though. Your high line. And I have one offensive fullback. Good dribbling there. Good stop by Araujo. Nice double touch, Fang. Sorry, man. I got to do it. I know that pass is broken. Oh, good steal by Chamonix. Good. Every Koundé card is good. Every Koundé card is good, including this one. David, would I recommend the pack to you? Yeah, because you don't have to spend that much money. Like, guys, keep this in mind. Pep Guardiola is going to be dropping probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and he's probably going to come in a very banger pack. If not, he'll be 500 coins. So if you have 2,000 coins, you know, if I were you, you were me, you would want to have at least 2,000 coins to get both Pep and this pack. But the thing is, David, you have Xavi, Busquets, I'll give you a good answer. Good defense there by Frankie. See how much easier it is on quick counter? A better pass there. Rafinha's good too. Feels very similar to the one I have. Good. That's the aggression right there. Oof. I recommend this pack more for the manager. But the thing is, it's risky. Possession and quick counter, though both of them are high lines. Like if you're a noob, it will be tough to play with Hansi Flick. The thing is, I've been playing possession for 5 years, so I can handle myself. Even if I'm playing against somebody who's playing quick counter, Division 1, I can handle a Division 1 player on possession. Again, good positioning by Rashford. Rashford is good on quick counter. If I switch to possession, Rashford will not make good runs. So to unlock Rashford, just play him on quick counter. And he's good. Oh, that's going to be stolen. That's a stupid ass pass. Pedri. See, you didn't need that much speed on Pedri. Good recovery. Good job, Frankie. Frankie's doing the job. He's being Busquets, man. Good job, Pedri. Pedri's very good. Recommended. The build is very good for offense and defense. I do recommend the build that I made for him. Trust me, guys, this is not easy. Fang is a good player. He's got a good team. To be able to still, these players still get away with it with the bad server and the bad connection. It's a good turn by Rafinha. It's a bad pass, very predictable. Very good. How good has Pedri been, man? That would have been so sexy. If we finished that, that would have been so sexy. They're playing sexy, guys. They're playing sexy. Again, Pedri with the pickoff. Bad pass, guys. Sorry. I sold. Cifarrajo. Good job. I sold again. Good job, Garcia. Araujo's good, man. Better than my Showtime Araujo. I'm just playing really bad right now. Deserve to get scored on, yeah. I made a bunch of fucking mistakes. I kept on making mistakes. And if a Fang was starting to put the pressure on me.
Marcó en el minuto 81
GG's.
el dorsal 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cambio de jugadores.
Oh, come on, man. I could do better than that. Koundé is Koundé. Oh. Job. Araujo's doing good. It was my mistake when I sold. It was my mistake. It wasn't like Araujo's mistake.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
GG's. All right, so they passed the test on a bad server against a very superior team. GG's, Fang. Rashford plays good on quick counter. There you go, man. 158 passes, 140 successful, and I played only quick counter, which is my weakness. I'm not a good quick counter player. So that's pretty good. The results we got with this team against a superior team, against a good player, on my biggest weakness is quick counter. Like if I was playing on long ball counter, because I usually use Frank Rijkaard, which is possession, and long ball counter, it would have been a much easier game for me. All right, so David, to answer your question, see, you have Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. I got to be honest with you guys, because you know I always keep it 100% with you. Unless you're like a big Barca fan, if you do not have Koundé, this pack is worth it. If you do not have a good left back, this pack is worth it. If you do not have a good Rafinha, this pack is worth it. It's probably one of the best. This is probably the best Rafinha I've seen, other than the player of the week that I have on my free to play. But the player of the week that I have, it depends on his form. If he's either a 98 or 101. This one you guarantee 100, and you do get the 70 aggression, 7 defensive engagement. You do have to put track back on him. The pack is worth it if you do not have a decent creative playmaker. If you're free to play, if you're a free to play player and you like to play possession, I do recommend this pack. They're all, look, Frankie De Jong was a boss, playing like imitating Busquets. He did the Busquets. He did the Busquets and was agile. Pedri was absolutely fucking amazing, guys. Definitely recommend the build that I made for box-to-box Pedri. He was engaging defensively. He was engaging offensively. He was very agile. 76 finishing. Remember, he got that beautiful finish. I told you, 76 is the magical number. 86, 96. Those are the magical numbers with the 80 curl. You know, he's got track back in him. How many times did you see him? That's why track back is so important. How many times did you see Pedri come back to intercept the ball? That's the track back connected to the 83 defensive engagement and 73 aggression. That's why you saw Pedri, and because he has box to box, that's why you saw Pedri intercept so many. Now Rashford, he's kind of like if you're playing him on possession, he will not make good runs. So if I were you, I would have a good goal poacher. If you love playing possession, you know, I would start out with a goal poacher in the first half. Play on possession if you love to play possession. I would not start with Rashford. I would slap super sub onto Rashford and bring Rashford in the second half and then switch to quick counter. We saw Rashford had really, really nice runs on quick counter because quick counter, as I explained earlier, when attacking, everybody moves forward. So you don't have to worry that he's a cross specialist because the proficiency of 88 quick counter, you could see it on the right-hand side, overrides his lack of goal poacher ID. When attacking, he's going to move into space. You could see the guy right in the middle. He's going to move into space. We saw him move into space. Problem is, when you're playing possession, and if you use Rashford as a forward, you could see here that when in possession, everybody's moving side to side. So you could see right there, even the forward, Rashford is moving side to side. So that's why you want to override that movement with a goal poacher like Romario if you play possession. In a 4-2-1-3 with this kind of builds, that's what I would recommend. A goal poacher. You can also use somebody like Eto'o, would be just fine. I know he's not a goal poacher, but his runs will also be good. But not as good as a good poacher. Like if you have Bebeto, he would be perfect. Like the double booster free Bebeto, big time. The selection contract Bebeto, that would be the perfect forward for this system. You can also go in a 4-2-1-3. You can also go with a bullet header. If you have like Darwin Nunez, Drogba with bullet header, he'd be perfect in the 4-2-1-3 because number one, you're gonna have Alejandro Balde who could do crosses. He's got pinpoint crosses. See it right there? He's got pinpoint crosses, and you want to take advantage of an offensive fullback's run, centering it into a bullet header that's tall, physical. Unfortunately, hopefully, I don't know what skills the new Lewandowski comes with. If the new Lewandowski comes with bullet header, then that would be perfect. You're probably going to want to give... That's probably why they gave... Marcus Rashford cross specialist is so you can center the ball into somebody like Lewandowski, but you won't have the link-up play. Now, you could activate the link-up play if you have a right wing. Like, if I were to bring in this Lionel Messi right here like this. Hold on. This is a creative playmaker, Messi. Oh, but he's an RM. Hold on. So, no, that won't work. Hold on. Because I am enjoying... Where'd you go, man? The boot kit's Messi right now. Like, if you want... Here, let me see. Fuck me. It's a whole player RMF. Okay. Whole player RMF. Let's see what I have available as a whole player RMF to activate the link play. So we want an RMF or RWF, and we want a whole player. See, I don't have that many. Let's put Arda Güler here. Here you can activate the link up play. That's your setup, man. That's your key. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, there we go. See? This would work if you do something like this, because then you have a cross specialist on the left-hand side, plus Balde, who has pinpoint crossing, and then use a bullet header. This is just for tactics, guys. We're just talking nerdy shit here. So if you were to put a bullet header, I know I have bullet header. What the fuck are they, man? Skills, man, skills. It's not a play style. Here you go. Now, I know I have Suarez, but Suarez is never gonna get. I would rather play. This would work right there. Like if you want to play with Rashford as a cross specialist, get it into a bullet header, and you want the link up play to work, then what you need is an RMF, RWF hole player and a creative playmaker, AMF. This would probably work the best with this manager. It'll work on, you could activate it on, it doesn't matter. You could activate it here. So do it, man. There we go. Okay. That would probably be the best way to use a 4-2-1-3, and that's why, you know, Lewandowski. Hopefully, the Showtime Lewandowski card has bullet header. I don't know. The Showtime version of Lewandowski that I have is not a bullet header. But yeah, that would be my recommendations. I do not recommend this for new players. Possession is very difficult. Quick counter is much more difficult than long ball counter, and I'll show you why. Like if you have a lot of experience with holding the ball and you're aggressive, then I would recommend it. I went for it because I like Barca players and I would like to play my league, and I also enjoy I mainly play possession, and I like the fact that I can use quick counter because possession's kryptonite is quick counter. So if I'm playing against somebody who's playing quick counter, I'll just switch to quick counter and I'll try to quick counter them. Whereas in the past, the old Hansi Flick, if I were to run into somebody playing quick counter and I switch to 75% proficiency, I would not be able to match the intensity of my opponent's quick counter. But with the new Hansi Flick, I am. But you got to be very careful because when you play quick counter, as we have it here, when you're attacking, look at everybody pushing forward. Look where your defenders are. Look where the line is. It's the riskiest way to play. It's high reward, high risk, high reward. If you fuck up, you're going to get caught on possession. You're going to get scored on. Once you start playing in Division 2 or Division 1, you must play really, really perfect. Make no mistakes, because you're playing with the two most dangerous play styles, which is possession and quick counter. And both of them, you can see right here, now we're on possession, both of them have a high line. So, David, would I recommend this pack to you? No. If you just like the players, and, you know, here's the thing, guys. The pack is going to be available. It's not meta, guys. It's not meta. You got to be good at the game. The players are good. Like, some players are really good. Like, I love this. John Garcia is good for you know, it's not a premium card, but he gets the job done, and we haven't even given him the booster. He doesn't have the booster yet. So you could probably get everything in the 90s when it comes to defensive skills if you give him the booster for goalkeeping. And you can give him one-touch pass, through ball pass, long throw penalties. Long throw, goalkeeper, fighting spirit, and he would probably replace my Ter Stegen. Araujo was good. Balde is good. Pedri was amazing. Frankie De Jong was amazing. Dani Elmo was good. Marcus Rashford is very good on quick counter. Koundé, every Koundé card is good, including this one. Very smooth, silky, fast, good defending. I showed you. You don't need that much. Rafinha's also as good of a Rafinha card as you can get before buying the premium ones. And I have the premium ones. We talked about this earlier. This is what I usually play with. I have the premium cards. I have premium Rafinha. I have premium fucking everything. Cruyff, Pedri, Busquets. So, you know, how much different did it feel to use those players versus this players? Not that much. It's more... Do I feel like I have an advantage if I use these players? Yes. How much is that advantage? 5 to 10%. 5 to 10% could be the difference between losing a game. Not as much as the play style, guys. So it all comes down to the play style. If you're good at playing possession and if you're good at playing quick counter, this pack is for you. If you love Barca players, this pack is for you. If you don't have a box-to-box Pedri and you always wanted a good box-to-box Pedri, the pack is for you. If you don't, and you don't play with a box-to-box and you rather have an orchestrator, then it's not for you. If you suck at possession, the pack is not for you. If you don't like Barca players, the pack is not for you. If you struggle with quick counter, the pack is not for you. If you have difficulty with playing with a high line, the pack is not for you. That's just my honest opinion. Are the players in this pack good? Yes, they're really good. They're really good. For the compared to the previous packs that they have released, this is one of the best free packs. Lamine Yamal was also very good. I give this pack a B plus. The only reason I don't give it like an A is because Rashford you should be able to play Rashford as a striker. They should have made him a goal poacher or a hole player on the left-hand side, so you can do link-up play between Rashford and Dani Olmo. They should have made Rashford a goal poacher or a hole player, and that takes a whole point off. That makes me, that means that I cannot use Rashford unless I use him as a center forward or I do not use link-up play. And if you're gonna get, the advantage of the entire pack, you're gonna want to use link-up play. But you cannot use link-up play, as you can see there, if Rashford is playing here. You must use Rafinha there. And Rashford does not play well on possession. He plays well under quick counter. You saw it on the replay anyways. Albert, you got the first... you got your first when I was on possession? Okay. It's because possession... quick counter destroys possession. So I had the advantage over you. But I switched to the standard... Not to lose that bad. So we were going both quick counter to quick counter in that second half. I do have a question in case. What if I played Pedri as an LMF? You could play Pedri as an LMF because here, guys, this is an educational video. This Pedri is a box-to-box, right? If you play him as an LMF, number one, he already comes with a LMF. Number two, I'm going to show you proof. Box-to-box play styles are compatible with RMF, LMF, CMF, and DMF. Pedri would be perfect as an LMF, especially because he's box-to-box and he already comes with track black. He would be absolutely perfect there. I would make, like, if you play him as an LMF mainly, I would probably take the 8 out of defending and put it into speed like that. If you play him box to box, I would do that because you'll still have defensive engagement and you do have somebody behind you. If you were to play that, I would test my build, but you do, if you want him LMF, you do want somebody faster box to box. 88, 85 fast enough. He was already fast enough. But do test how we had it. It's like this. I wasn't like this. We had one more into... Hold on. Let me go back in time. 84, 83. 84, 83. Okay. This was my recommended build. No, no, no. Right here. 84, 83. Yeah, right there. I would test that. If he's not fast enough, then just make sure you put blocker, interception on him, at least. One-time shot. He's good. Oh, perfect. The stream has gone perfect. We did, everything was smooth. We built the whole team. We tested the team. AI, we tested the team. It's a good pack. It's one of our better perfect streams. You two have a nice day too, Fang. I would like to get the pack only for Garcia, Rajo, De Jong, Garcia, Kubarsi, but believe they won't perform well. Everybody that you just mentioned will perform well. Kubarsi's probably the weakest of the ones. That's very good Frankie De Jong card. You could build him as an orchestrator. You don't have to play him like this. Hold on. If you want to build him like an orchestrator, then you would do this. Number one, I would switch Pedri to a DMF box to box. Remember what I just told you. Box to box is compatible with RMF, LMF, CMF, and DMF. So you will still be playing to a box to box system. But if you are going to be using Frankie De Jong as a deep line orchestrator, I would build him as such. This is a different build. There you go. That's your orchestrator version of Frankie De Jong. If you want to just play him as like an orchestrator, then go with that build. That would be 3 into shooting, 4 into passing, 8 into dribbling, 10 into dexterity, 10 into lower body, 3 into aerial strength, 5 into defending. Now I'm going to go very quickly through what special skills you should give each player. So if you want to play him as an orchestrator, build him like that. If you don't want to play him as an orchestrator, build him like this. That would be 0 into shooting, 4 into passing, 6 into dribbling, 4 into dexterity, 4 into lower body, 8 into aerial, 14 into defending. That would be the pivot. And I do think he plays good as a pivot. I would recommend him playing like a pivot rather than him playing like an orchestrator. Even though that does look sexy. You like David, you could do this. You could switch him over here. And you could switch Pedri over here. You could put Rafinha over here. And you could bring in, if you have a good orchestrator like Choumini, or if you're like me and you have the greatest or Anchorman. Come on, where are you? There you are. If you do this, this will be amazing. That will play amazing. You got your Anchorman, you got your orchestrator, you got your box to box on the side, you got a whole player here. That will work really nicely with this build of Frankie De Jong. But if you're going to use Frankie De Jong as a replacement for Busquets, That's not what I was trying to do. Then you do this. Zero 4 6 4. And very important, very, very important, guys. Make sure 8 14. If you're gonna do this, make sure Pedri's free, not a DMF. Make him a CMF. Make sure you put these 3 instructions on Frankie De Jong. Anchoring, defensive, deep line. Anchoring, defensive, deep line. And he will play as if he's Busquets. And he felt like Busquets. Okay, now real quick, guys. Have you done the tournament event? You get 50 coins in round 2 of it. We have not finished it. We almost finished it. We will be going for Fermin Lopez, but not today. Remember, guys, in let's see, in exactly 1 hour and 50 minutes, FC 26 comes out. So I got to start preparing for that. That's going to be all day tomorrow, guys. I'll be streaming early. Before I go, let me give you the recommended special skills per player. Now, when it comes to Joan Garcia, I would give him all the remaining player skills that have to do with goalkeeping. Hold on. We'll go through this fast, guys. Don't worry. Let me see something. You won't even let me look at it. Whatever is goalkeeping, I think the only thing missing there is goalkeeping long throws. I would give him one-touch pass, through ball pass, fighting spirit, maybe heel trick. And if there's any other missing goalkeeping skill that he's missing, give him that. That's what my recommended player skills for that. For Alejandro Balde, he's an offensive fullback, so you're going to want him to track back. So make sure you put track back on him. He already has pinpoint crossing. He's got outside curly blocker. I would give this guy, he's got scissor feint. I would give him a Marseille turn. So it's a track back Marseille turn. Acrobatic finish, acrobatic clearing, gamesmanship because of the lack of physicality. If you have double touch, or if you don't do that, you could go with double touch, soul control, and flip flap. He already has soul control, so you can go. Like I said, track back. Sometimes my memory works, sometimes it doesn't. So he's got double touch, soul control. You might as well give him flip flap, track back, gamesmanship, one touch pass, through ball pass. That's what I'd go with. For Koundé, you don't need track back because he's a defensive fullback. He already has blocker, acrobatic clearance, fighting spirit, sliding tackle, pinpoint crime, marking. I would give this guy one touch pass, everything passing. One touch pass, through ball pass, weighted pass, a low lofted pass. Because you're going to want to cross the ball from Koundé all the way to Rafinha with the low lofted pass. So that was one touch pass, through ball pass, weighted pass, a low lofted pass, and I would also give him gamemanship. Those are the 5 recommended skills. Gamemanship is very important for gaining fouls. He is physical, so if you don't want to go with gamemanship and you think that 90 physical contact is going to be enough, instead of giving him gamemanship, you could give him double touch. or soul control. Does he have heading? Yeah, he has heading already. Yeah, the ones I mentioned. So one touch pass, through ball pass, weighted pass, low lofted pass, and either double touch or soul control. That's what I would give Koundé. When it comes to Frankie De Jong, if you're playing him as an orchestrator and not a pivot, give him track back. If you're playing him as a pivot, you do not need to give him track back because that's going to be covered in the individual instructions. So do not waste track back on him unless you play him like the other build that I showed you guys, a few minutes ago. So do not give him track back. He already has one touch pass, through ball pass, way pass, outside curler, interception, double touch, Marseille turn, cutback, soul control, heel trick. It's very good, man. Man, he's pretty complete, man. This is a very good card, already complete. You could play him as an pivot. You could play him as an orchestrator. I would give him blocker. Hell yeah. Blocker is a must. He already has interception. He's just missing blocker. He's got the Marseille turn. He's got soul control flip flap. You might as well get, soul control double touch. So I would give him blocker, flip flap, and honestly, the last three, he's pretty complete. Honestly, gamemanship. Those are the three must. Give him flip flap, a blocker, and gamemanship. Trust me, those three will complete this Frankie De Jong. The other two, it's really up to you, man. Like, if you're playing him as an orchestrator, maybe you want him to long range shooting, long range curler, one touch shot. It's gonna be up to you. Those last three is really up to you. Are you gonna use them offensively or are you gonna use them defensively? Okay, so for Pedri, he's also pretty complete too with the one touch pass, through ball pass. He has track back. Make sure you put blocker on this guy. Remember how many fucking interceptions we got? He's got heel trick, soul control, double touch. Also give him the flip flap. Same thing, same treatment. I would build him very similar to Frankie De Jong. Give him gamesmanship, flip flap, blocker. And the last two, long range curler, long range shooting. That's how I would build that Pedri. That's actually how I built my Pedri. Go with those five. Now, Dani Olmo. Now, he's a creative playmaker. He's not missing anything when it does one touch pass, through ball pass, pinpoint point. Give him heel trick, double touch, soul control. They all can do the level 3. So give him the flip flap. He already has the double touch. Whenever somebody has double touch and soul control, you might as well give him the flip flap. Same thing here, guys. Give him gamesmanship, flip flap. I would give him one time shot. He already has long range curler. You might as well give him long range shooting. And one time shot. Those are the 5 recommended for the creative playmaker Dani Olmo. For Rafinha, must have is track back. He already has heel trick, double touch. This pack is great for beginners. It's a fun pack. It is a fun pack. It is great for beginners. Yeah, if you're starting to play this game, for Rafinha, you gotta give him track back, man, because he has that aggression, man. I've been trying to get track back on my Rafinha. Now, when it comes to Rafinha, he is missing one touch pass, through ball pass, track back, blocker, and interception. Those are the 5 recommended for Rafinha. Trust me, I'm a very good Rafinha expert. So one touch pass, through ball pass, blocker, interception, and whatever the fuck I said earlier. If you don't like one of the 5 that I recommended, then give them gamemanship. And that just leaves Lamine Yamal and Marcus Rashford. For Lamine Yamal, He has the through ball pass. I would recommend one touch pass, heel trick, he already has sun control, flip flap, and double touch. He already has the level 3 long range curler. So long range shooting, heel trick, one touch pass, one time shot, and gamemanship. Those are the 5 for Lamine Yamal. For Marcus Rashford, man, you got to give him the. He already has gamemanship. That's good. He's got one time shot. That's good. Okay, this guy needs passing, especially as a fucking. All right, you're gonna have to put pinpoint crossing. He's a cross specialist. You might as well combine that with pinpoint crossing. Flip flap, double touch. So you want pinpoint crossing, soul control, one touch pass, through ball pass. He already has gamemanship. He has long range shooting and long range curler. One time shot he has. And the Marseille turn. Those 5. There you go, guys. There you go. That's a full, complete breakdown. You have your builds. I would not change anything. I would experiment with the orchestrator version, the pivot version. I would not change anything that I built. I would give them different boosters. We talked about that earlier. You know, just mind the boosters. Other than that, I think I give myself an A. I think these are good builds for possession, for quick counter, for a 4-2-1-3. If you want to play like Hansi Flick, I think we covered everything. All right, guys? So thank you so much for being on this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a very educational one. Thank you, St. David, for the super chat earlier. I will be back. It's going to be my birthday celebration tomorrow. And I will be streaming early for about 9 hours on EAFC 26. We will come back to eFootball. We got to get a Bubba Yang. I will, you know, I do have to do the builds for Gavi, Ferran Torres, Christensen, the other Fermin Lopez, and the player of the week, Fermin Lopez. But yeah, man, if you just we took almost 3 hours. If you're just joining us, please drop a like, subscribe. I pretty much showed you the builds, the recommended skills, how to use them, what are the individual instructions, how to use Hansi Flick, how to do the link up play, what to do if you don't use Rashford, what to do if you want to use a creative playmaker on the right-hand side and use Pedri as a box-to-box. I think we covered everything. Prepare for another staff member for the 9-hour stream. Thank you. So yeah, I would stream more time, but it's still early, and I'm gonna rest up because tomorrow we got a big one, guys. This thing drops in an hour 38 minutes. I will probably drop a video in 2 hours with the face reveal of all the Barca players on FC26, just like I do every year. It's just going to be a 3-minute video revealing, you know, what the players look like, and then that I'll probably drop that tonight in about 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll be back with you guys all day to grind FC26, guys. So thank you so much. We had a lot of people watching today. Thank you so much for the support. Great stream, guys. By the way, apparently there's a new Rafinha hairstyle in the database. Expect another title update for it. All right, David. So thank you so much to everybody who joined me on this live stream. Make sure if you're interested in this pack, just rewind. I absolutely covered everything. And make sure you give your GGs to St. David for that $1.99 super chat. Much love, much thanks to all the members. If you want to become a member, it's going to be in the video description. I think it's not there right now, but I'll add that. Make sure you add yourselves to the Discord. We do follow-alongs, bunch of Barca content. You know, we have fun there. Join the community. It's free. It's pinned to the chat in this YouTube stream. If you're watching me from Twitch, it is in the bio. And make sure you don't leave without giving your GGs to St. David for the super chat. This was very fun. For me, it's because I'm a very nerdy guy. I sometimes have more fun building players than actually playing the game. So I thought this was very fun. I think the builds are solid, and I'm sure some of you can come up with better builds. So if you have a better recommendation for the builds, especially with the boosters, because we didn't have the we only had 35 boosters. We got it down to 8. Not everybody got the booster that I wanted to give them. So if you have a recommended booster or a recommended build, make sure you put it in the comment section. And those of you who do watch this video, make sure to keep an eye out in the comment section, because we have some people that will have better builds. I'm not the know-all be-all. This is just how I play. If you play long ball counter, you might build these players differently. Because in long ball counter, you're not going to need that much speed. We didn't use up that much speed here. But as you can see, you didn't need that much speed, even though we were playing possession and quick counter. But this is just from the perspective of somebody that's been playing possession for 5 years. And I am very familiar with all these players. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned. And make sure to keep an eye out for the comment section for people recommending better builds, better boosters, and I hope this is a good start for you if you are new to eFootball, and I hope it helps you have some fun with the game. So you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow on the very long stream, and let me get my sign off ready here. So yeah, thanks for the support, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys take care and have a good one.